I'll be the first to admit that that sounds ridiculous. Using energy to just perform complicated math problems is wasteful. My interest in Bitcoin mining started a couple of years ago, towards the beginning of 2020. And really, I had been an energy professional by background. I had been involved in starting an oil and gas company in Houston, and I had moved to Dallas to work in oil and gas banking. And in my prior experience, I had direct exposure to an oil and gas operation in which there was stranded energy, stranded natural gas that couldn't get to market, and as a result was just burned off. It was flared and completely lost. And that always stuck with me as an intractable problem that the oil and gas industry faces, and something that really all of us can recognize as an issue we would desire to resolve and always use our energy as efficiently as possible. I don't quite remember how, but at some point I heard about Bitcoin mining in the oil field. And I'll admit, when I first heard that, I was extremely skeptical. If not, frankly, I thought it was a ridiculous scam. And I was really only interested from the standpoint of understanding whether or not it could solve the problem of stranded energy that I had encountered in my own life. At the same time, I had increasingly more free time. Thankfully, it was a way to engage myself during the time of the pandemic in 2020, when many of us were at home and had more time as well. And the reason I bring that up is I don't think I would have been able to convince myself of the importance of this technology if I hadn't have had the free time required to study it, because I was so skeptical. And so I understand why so many people who perhaps don't understand Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining, or start from a skeptical point of view, have really never come to appreciate it, because I myself had that same position that I went through. Over the course of 2 years, I continued to study Bitcoin and really slowly but surely started to realize that it was a transformational technology, and not only solved the problem of stranded energy, but really would bring hope to many people that suffer from an inability to access financial services, and from the inflation that plagues so many government currencies around the world. And so with that, I slowly but surely started to feel that I should spend more and more time studying this technology. And after 2 years, decided to make a career change to focus on this full time. The reason, again, that I begin with this story is really to appeal to people that have heard about Bitcoin mining and dismissed it. Often, I've seen headlines that describe it as computers performing complicated math problems. I'll be the first to admit that that sounds ridiculous. Frankly, using energy to just perform complicated math problems is wasteful and absurd, and we should oppose that. And so we really have to spend a little bit of time to understand the nature of that energy consumption, the value that it provides, and where it finds itself in the value chain of energy. Another item that I struggled with in my 2 years of kind of grappling with the importance of Bitcoin is whether or not it was even real, the concept that it will simply be banned or it'll be hacked and it will disappear. And this is in fact the critical issue that Bitcoin mining seeks to resolve. I'll be the first to admit I spent months really just thinking that at any moment Bitcoin would disappear, that it was just a passing fad. And so I understand that concern that many people have.
Hey, it's Amy. Click over here to subscribe, click over here for more content, and we'll see you next time.